Alright, Paco Slim back to talk about another Injustice thing. Today I'm going to be going over story and what I think the story might end up being, so enjoy! Well, to know where to start with the story, we have to go over what we know already. Now, there was a plot leak a while ago, but we can't confirm that it's real. So instead, I'm going to be going over the first trailer that they released. The first trailer had the tagline, "What if our greatest heroes became our greatest threat?" At the time, basically all I took that as meaning was the superheroes were turning evil, and that's all I could assume from it, that's all it said. But after that, a different trailer came out. I'm going to be talking about that one next, and that trailer is The New Regime. This was a trailer where, a featureless voice was just speaking to a crowd of people. It was riling them up and trying to get them behind a movement, talking about how superheroes are the real problem. Now, the person talking has always been a little bit up for debate, and it will be until the game comes out, but there have been plenty of theories ranging from Lex Luthor to Vandal Savage. I personally noticed something a little odd. It sounds like there's a voice filter on it. Now, I don't know what that means, but if you listen very closely, it sounds like a lowered version of either George Newbern or Tim Daly's Superman voice. So, we can take from that what we will, but we don't know for sure yet. Right, the next trailer was a gameplay trailer that basically only announced Nightwing and Cyborg, but with that trailer came a little information from Superman. In that trailer, Superman basically says the lines, you betrayed me, stuff like that. Betrayal and stuff. So, there, I kind of got and he stole her from me. That line stuck in my mind. What I'm thinking is, something is, crucial with that line. But for now, let's go to the next trailer that came out. Now, the next trailer that came out was just a Catwoman trailer, and there was really nothing behind it, and we didn't get any information from it. Then came the most recent trailer, which was the TGS trailer, and it was a lot like the Comic-Con trailer with Superman, except this time it had Batman saying some, interesting things. It starts off with Code Red, "This is Batman," and we can hear some muffled voices, much like the last trailer that had, Superman talking, but a lot of them are really hard not to make out. I only made out a few things in there. But probably the most interesting was, "I can't believe we lost Batman," I believe was the line. It's a little muffled. I can barely hear what it says. It was along that line, though. And also interesting in the trailer is at some point we can see Catwoman doing a move on Batman. In the background, we see a face, and it's Superman's face with really red eyes. That probably is some sort of, banner of something, but we'll get to that in a bit. Because now it's time for the next part. The next part is, what can we infer from all this information we've gotten so far? So, what do we have so far? We know that there's heroes becoming enemies. We know that. But what does that mean? Well, we don't know. Next we get Superman's trailer where he says, "You betrayed me," and then Batman's trailer where he's kind of judging from something, and he says the line, "This is a nightmare." So, at the moment, we really don't know what the plot is, but now we go to the plot leak. The plot leak basically said, Superman's forces against Batman's rebellion. So we know at some point it sounds like they're going for a Civil War type of thing like Marvel did a few years back. Initially, I didn't really like that idea. I thought, they could be something more creative, but I'm not going to judge it yet. They could be good. So, what is, the two different forces? So we have Superman's forces, and to judge this, if you look at the character select screen, and now this may just be speculation. This is speculation. What am I talking about? The Superman side has a few people, but it's missing one person, Batman. Batman's on the other side, and he's with certain people. So, yeah, we're getting maybe a taste of what the two sides are going to be. We don't know yet. But we do know that a fight is going to probably break out between the two sides. So, we got to come down with what is causing this conflict. When I saw the phrase, "What if our greatest heroes became our greatest enemies?" I immediately thought of a Justice League episode where, the heroes on an alternate reality took very harsh ways of dealing with criminals. And that is what I think they're going to be going for, except we're going to have two sides. One side, which I'm assuming is going to be led by Superman, and the other side led by Batman. So what could cause Superman to go over the edge like this? We go back to the line, "He stole her from me." Now, I took that to meaning that somebody killed Lois Lane. That may not be true. I'm probably looking a little deep into that, but that is what I'm thinking of. So, we assume that if, say, Lex Luthor did it, Superman would go out and try to kill Lex Luthor. which is also a reason he may not end up being in the game. But once again, speculation. So then Superman, and he basically starts this propaganda campaign, and if you're not with him, you're against him. That is what I took the New Regime trailer as meaning. So then we get a thing where basically Superman and his group have risen to power and are now doing a bunch of stuff that Batman doesn't approve of, which is why Batman has the line, "This is my nightmare." So now we got Batman and Superman facing off. Who will win? Who knows? The game's not out yet. So if you agree or disagree with my opinion, leave what you think the plot is. Like I said last time, I'm into discussing this type of stuff. See ya.